Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you will transform your understanding of love forever. If you're watching this video right now, it's no coincidence. God has orchestrated this divine moment because your true love, your soul's perfect match, is already on their way to you. This isn't just another promise of romance. This is a sacred covenant that has been written in the heavens since before you were born. God himself has approved this union, and nothing in this world can stop what he has ordained for your life. The loneliness you've endured, the heartbreaks you've survived, and the nights you've wondered if true love even exists, all of it has been preparing you for this divine encounter that will surpass your wildest dreams. You are not just anyone searching for love. You are God's chosen vessel, selected for a love story that will testify to his glory and faithfulness. The relationship that's coming your way isn't born from chance meetings or dating apps. It's a divine appointment that has been carefully orchestrated by the Creator of the universe. Every prayer you've whispered in the darkness, every tear you've shed over past disappointments has been heard and collected by God, and he is about to answer in ways that will leave you breathless with gratitude. This love that's approaching will heal wounds you didn't even know existed and fill voids that no earthly relationship could ever satisfy. But before we dive deeper into this powerful revelation, I need you to do 3 things that will activate this divine blessing in your life. First, hit that like button to signal your readiness to receive. Second, subscribe to help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers and spread this divine message to other chosen ones. And third, leave a comment with the number 77. This sacred number will align your spirit with heaven's frequency and accelerate the manifestation of your true love. If you are truly a chosen one, your spirit will compel you to stay until the very end of this message, because what's coming next will prepare your heart for the greatest love story of your life. The divine approval has been granted. When God approves a union, it carries a weight that transcends all earthly authority and human understanding. Your true love isn't just someone who will make you happy. They are a divine assignment chosen specifically for you before the foundations of the earth were laid. This approval means that every obstacle that could prevent this union has already been removed in the spiritual realm. The delays you've experienced weren't denials. They were divine preparations, ensuring that both you and your destined partner would be ready for the magnitude of love that's about to unfold. God has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances, healing hearts, and aligning paths to bring you both to this perfect moment of divine connection. The approval from heaven means that this relationship will carry supernatural favor and protection. Unlike past relationships that may have crumbled under pressure or faded with time, this divinely approved union will weather every storm and grow stronger through every challenge. When God puts his seal of approval on something, he also provides the grace, wisdom, and strength needed to sustain it. Your true love will not just be a romantic partner. They will be a spiritual ally, a kingdom builder, and a reflection of God's love for you. Together, you will accomplish purposes that neither of you could fulfill alone, and your love story will become a testimony that draws others closer to God. This divine approval also means that the enemy's attempts to sabotage your love life are now powerless. Every generational curse, every spiritual attack, and every negative pattern that has plagued your relationships in the past has been broken by the authority of heaven. God has spoken over your love life, and his word never returns void. The person coming toward you has also been prepared and protected by God's hand. They've been shaped by their own trials, refined by their own struggles, and equipped with exactly what you need to complement your calling and purpose. This isn't just compatibility on a human level. This is divine synchronicity orchestrated by the master planner himself. The timing of this approval is not random, but perfectly aligned with God's greater plan for your life. You may have wondered why love seemed to elude you while others around you found their partners easily. The truth is, God was protecting you from relationships that would have derailed your destiny. He was preparing you to receive a love so pure, so powerful, and so purposeful that it required spiritual maturity to handle. Now that His approval has been granted, the floodgates of heaven are opening, and a love that will exceed your expectations is rushing toward you with unstoppable divine momentum. Signs your true love is approaching. Universe is already sending you signals that your divinely appointed love is drawing near. And these signs are impossible to ignore once you know what to look for. You may have noticed an unusual peace settling over your heart lately, replacing the anxiety and desperation that once consumed your thoughts about relationships. This peace isn't resignation or giving up. It's the deep knowing that comes when heaven is about to deliver something extraordinary. Your dreams have become more vivid, perhaps featuring a presence you can feel, but can't quite see clearly yet. These dreams are divine previews, preparing your subconscious for the reality that's about to manifest in your waking life. Synchronicities have been increasing around you in ways that feel almost magical. You're seeing repeated numbers like 1111, 222, or 444 everywhere you look, on clocks, license plates, receipts, and phone screens. These aren't coincidences, but divine winks from heaven, confirming that the spiritual realm is actively working to bring your true love into your physical reality. You might be hearing the same love songs repeatedly, finding heart shapes in unexpected places, or having strangers mention love and relationships in random conversations. The universe is preparing an energetic pathway for your beloved to enter your life. And these signs are the breadcrumbs leading to your divine encounter. Your own energy has been shifting in profound ways that others are beginning to notice. People comment that you're glowing differently, that there's something changed about you they can't quite put their finger on. This transformation isn't just emotional or spiritual, it's actually changing your vibrational frequency to match that of your incoming partner. You've found yourself naturally letting go of old baggage, forgiving past hurts more easily, and feeling genuinely happy alone for perhaps the first time in your life. This isn't loneliness, it's completeness, and it's exactly the state you need. To be in, to receive a love that adds to your wholeness, rather than filling your emptiness. The most powerful sign is the unexplainable knowing in your spirit that something significant is about to happen. You can feel it in your bones, in the very core of your being. A shift is coming. You might find yourself preparing without conscious intention, perhaps cleaning your home more thoroughly, taking better care of your appearance, or feeling compelled to end certain friendships or habits that no longer serve you. Your spirit is preparing a sacred space for this divine love to enter, and every cell in your body is responding to this celestial countdown. Some chosen ones report feeling their beloved's presence already, as if their spirit is reaching out across time and space, letting you know they're coming home to you. The spiritual preparation. Taking place right now in the unseen realm, a magnificent preparation is underway for both you and your divinely appointed partner. Angels have been assigned to both of your lives, working tirelessly to remove final obstacles and align circumstances for your meeting. These celestial beings are clearing spiritual pathways, breaking down walls of fear and doubt, and infusing both of your hearts with divine courage to recognize and receive this sacred love when it arrives. This preparation goes far beyond surface-level readiness. It's a deep, transformative process that's revolutionizing your capacity to give and receive love at the highest level possible. Your heart is being expanded and upgraded to hold a love that's unlike anything you've experienced before. Past relationships may have felt intense, but they were merely preparing you for this ultimate experience of divine love. God is healing hidden wounds you didn't even know existed, removing triggers that would have sabotaged this sacred union, and replacing old programming about relationships with heaven's blueprint for true love. You might be experiencing unusual emotional releases lately, sudden tears, unexpected joy, or waves of forgiveness for people who hurt you years ago. This is the spiritual detoxification necessary to make room for the pure love that's coming your way. Your divine counterpart is simultaneously going through their own profound preparation, even if they're not consciously aware of it yet. God is working in their life, closing chapters that need to end, healing their wounds, and preparing their heart to recognize you when you meet. They're being freed from any entanglements that would prevent them from fully committing to you, whether those are unhealthy relationships, limiting beliefs, or spiritual bondages. The same divine force that's preparing you is preparing them, ensuring that when you come together, you'll both be ready for the magnificent purpose God has for your union. This spiritual preparation also involves aligning your life purposes and callings to complement each other perfectly. Your gifts, talents, and passions are being refined and clarified so that when you unite with your true love, you'll discover how perfectly your purposes interweave. Perhaps you're being led to develop certain skills, move to a specific location, or pursue particular opportunities that seem random now, but will make perfect sense when your paths converge. Every seemingly unconnected event in your life is actually a thread in the divine tapestry God is weaving to create your love story. Trust the process, even when you can't see the full picture yet, because heaven's perspective reveals a masterpiece in the making. Why you were chosen for this divine love, you weren't randomly selected for this extraordinary love story. You were specifically chosen because of who you are at the core of your being. God saw your heart, your capacity for deep love, your faithfulness through trials, and your unwavering desire for authentic connection, and He marked you for a love that reflects His own heart. Your journey hasn't been easy precisely because you were being prepared for something exceptional. Every challenge you've overcome has strengthened your spirit. Every heartbreak has deepened your wisdom, and every moment of loneliness has heightened your appreciation for the true love that's coming. Being chosen for divine love means you carry a special assignment that requires a particular kind of partnership. Your true love isn't just coming to make you happy. They're coming to join forces with you in fulfilling a greater purpose that will impact generations. Together, you will model what godly love looks like in a world that has forgotten the meaning of covenant. Your relationship will be a lighthouse for others who are lost in the darkness of broken relationships and counterfeit love. This is why you've been unable to settle for less than extraordinary. Your spirit knows you were created for something unprecedented. The trials you've endured weren't punishments, but preparations for the weight of glory this love will bring. You've been tested in the fires of adversity because God needed to ensure you could handle the blessing He's about to release. This divine love will attract attention, perhaps even jealousy and spiritual warfare, but your tested faith and refined character have equipped you to protect and nurture this sacred gift. You've learned to stand firm in your identity, to trust God's timing over your own understanding, and to discern between true love and its counterfeits. All essential qualities for stewarding this divine blessing. Your chosen status also means you've been given special spiritual gifts that will be fully activated through this union. Perhaps you've always felt different, like you didn't quite fit the mold of conventional relationships and societal expectations. This wasn't a flaw, it was divine design. You were set apart for a love that operates on heavenly principles rather than earthly patterns. Your sensitivity, your depth, your refusal to compromise on your values, these weren't weaknesses but strengths that qualified you for a love story that will echo through eternity. God chose you because He could trust you with a love that will literally manifest heaven on earth. The perfect timing of God's plan, divine timing, operates on a completely different frequency than human timing. And understanding this truth will bring you immense peace as you await your true love's arrival. God hasn't been delaying your blessing. He's been orchestrating a perfect convergence of circumstances that will make your meeting feel like destiny itself. Every second of waiting has been calculated to ensure maximum impact, deepest connection, and lasting success for your union. What feels like delay to you is actually divine precision, ensuring that nothing about your love story is premature or incomplete. Consider how God has been weaving together countless threads across time and space to bring you and your beloved together at exactly the right moment. Perhaps they needed to learn certain lessons, grow past specific limitations, or exit other relationships before they could fully appreciate and commit to you. Maybe you needed to achieve certain milestones, heal particular wounds, or develop specific aspects of your character before you could show up as the partner they deserve. This divine choreography is so intricate that even a single day's difference in timing could alter the entire trajectory of your love story. The season you're entering now is the divinely appointed time for this manifestation, and you can feel it in the atmosphere around you. There's a ripeness in the spiritual realm, a sense that everything is finally falling into place after a long period of preparation. The delays you experienced protected you from settling for relationships that would have robbed you of this ultimate blessing. Every almost relationship, every near miss, every situation that didn't work out was actually God's protection, ensuring you remained available for this appointed time. Your true love couldn't come a moment before now because neither of you were ready for the magnitude of what's being released. This perfect timing also aligns with larger purposes in God's kingdom plan. Your union isn't happening in isolation. It's connected to a greater move of God in the earth. Perhaps your love story will inspire others to believe again, or your combined gifts will birth a ministry, business, or movement that touches countless lives. The timing had to align not just with your personal readiness, but with heaven's broader agenda. Now that all the pieces are in place, the acceleration you're about to experience will take your breath away. What took years to prepare will manifest in what seems like moments, and you'll understand why God's timing is always perfect. Breaking free from past patterns before your true love can fully enter your life, God is completing a final work of breaking every chain from your past that could hinder this divine union. Generational patterns of failed relationships, divorce, abandonment, and betrayal are being shattered by the power of God's love for you. You may have noticed yourself responding differently to situations that once triggered you, or finding that old attractions to toxic relationship dynamics no longer appeal to you. This is evidence of the deep healing work taking place in your spiritual DNA, rewriting your love story at the most fundamental level. The soul ties from past relationships are being supernaturally severed, freeing you from any lingering emotional, spiritual, or energetic connections that would complicate your divine union. You might be experiencing unusual dreams about past partners, not because you're meant to reconnect, but because your spirit is doing final cleanup work, returning any remaining pieces of their energy while reclaiming parts of yourself you left behind. This spiritual detangling is essential for you to enter your divine relationship with complete wholeness and freedom, able to give yourself fully without reservation or residual baggage. Your attachment style itself is being renovated by the Holy Spirit, moving you from insecure patterns into the secure attachment that divine love requires. Whether you previously operated from anxious attachment, clingy and fearful of abandonment, or avoidant attachment, distant and fearful of intimacy, God is bringing you into perfect balance. You're learning to be comfortable with both intimacy and independence, understanding that true love provides security without suffocation and freedom without fear. This transformation in how you relate is preparing you to experience love as God intended, freely given, freely received, without manipulation or control. The false beliefs about love that you inherited from family, culture, or past experiences are being replaced with heaven's truth about covenant relationship. Maybe you believed love always hurts, that you had to earn affection, or that vulnerability leads to betrayal. These lies are being exposed and expelled from your consciousness, making room for the truth that real love is patient, kind, protective, trusting, hopeful, and persevering. As these old patterns break, you might feel temporarily destabilized, as if everything you thought you knew about relationships is being challenged. Embrace this deconstruction. It's making room for a construction of something far more beautiful and lasting than anything you've previously built. The spiritual qualities of your true love. Your divinely appointed partner carries spiritual qualities that will perfectly complement and enhance your own divine nature. They possess a depth of character that has been forged through their own journey of preparation, creating in them a resilience and wisdom that matches your own. Their spirit recognizes sacred things, which means they'll see and cherish the divine treasure that you are, rather than trying to diminish your light or compete with your calling. This person understands the language of the Spirit, even if they express it differently than you do, and together you'll discover new dimensions of spiritual intimacy that neither of you could access alone. One of the most remarkable qualities of your true love is their capacity to see you, truly see you beyond the masks and walls that others couldn't penetrate. They carry a divine perception that allows them to recognize your essence, your potential, and your purpose, even in moments when you might doubt yourself. This isn't idealization or projection. It's spiritual recognition of a kindred soul. They'll celebrate your strengths without feeling threatened, and support you through weaknesses without losing respect. Their love will feel like coming home because, in the spiritual realm, you've known each other far longer than your earthly lives suggest. Your true love possesses a complementary calling that will amplify your own purpose in unexpected ways. Where you are strong, they may have supporting gifts that enhance your strength. Where you have weaknesses, they possess qualities that provide divine balance. This isn't about finding someone to complete you. You're already complete in Christ. Instead, it's about two whole individuals coming together to create something exponentially greater than the sum of your parts. Their dreams won't compete with yours, but will interweave to create a shared vision that excites both of your hearts and advances God's kingdom in powerful ways. The spiritual maturity of your divine partner means they understand the principles of covenant, love versus contractual relationships. They're not coming to you with a list of conditions and escape clauses, but with a commitment to grow, evolve, and overcome together. They understand that love is both a feeling and a choice, and they're prepared to choose you daily, especially on days when feelings might waver. This person has done enough inner work to take responsibility for their own healing and happiness, while also being capable of truly showing up for partnership. They know how to apologize, how to forgive, and how to fight for the relationship rather than against you when challenges arise, preparing your heart to receive as your true love approaches. The most important preparation isn't external, but internal. Preparing your heart to fully receive this divine gift without sabotaging it through fear or unworthiness. Many chosen ones have unconsciously blocked their blessings because deep down they didn't believe they deserved such extraordinary love. Right now, God is working to expand your capacity to receive, helping you understand that accepting this divine love isn't selfish or too good to be true. It's your birthright as His beloved child. The more you open your heart to receive from God, the more naturally you'll be able to receive from your divinely appointed partner. Releasing control is a crucial aspect of preparing your heart for divine love. You might have specific ideas about how your person should look, what they should do for a living, or how your meeting should unfold. While it's good to have standards and preferences, holding too tightly to a rigid list might cause you to miss the beautiful surprise God has prepared. Your true love might come in a package you didn't expect, through circumstances you couldn't have orchestrated, at a time that seems inconvenient by human standards. Surrendering your timeline and expectations to God's perfect will allows Him to exceed your wildest dreams with something better than you could have imagined. Creating emotional and energetic space for your beloved requires releasing any lingering connections to past relationships or fantasy relationships that exist only in your mind. This might mean finally deleting those old text messages, removing reminders of past loves, or letting go of the idealized version of love you've created as a coping mechanism. It's time to clear your heart's altar of any idols, whether they're past partners, celebrity crushes, or even the romanticized idea of being independent forever. Your heart needs to be a clean, sacred space, ready to build something new and holy with the person God is. Sending, cultivating gratitude for your love story, even before it fully manifests, accelerates its arrival and prepares your heart to cherish it properly. Begin thanking God now for the love that's coming, for the preparation He's done in both of your lives, and for the perfect timing of your union. This isn't pretending or positive thinking. It's active faith that acknowledges what God has already accomplished in the spiritual realm. As you practice gratitude, you'll find your heart softening, your cynicism melting away, and your capacity for joy expanding. You're literally preparing the soil of your heart to receive and nurture the seed of divine love that's about to be planted. The sacred purpose of your union with your true love, serves a purpose far greater than personal happiness. It's designed to be a vessel for God's love to flow into the earth in tangible ways. Together, you will demonstrate what happens when divine love incarnates in human relationship, providing a living testimony that will heal others' beliefs about love and inspire them to seek God's best for their own lives. Your relationship will literally carry healing properties, restoring hope to those who have given up on love and showing them that God's promises are trustworthy and true. This sacred purpose is why your union has required such extensive preparation and why the enemy has fought so hard to delay or prevent it. The creative power that will be unleashed through your union is staggering to contemplate. Whether you birth natural children, spiritual children, businesses, ministries, artistic works, or movements, your combined creative force will produce fruit that remains for generations. There's something you're meant to build together that neither of you could construct alone, a legacy that required both of your unique blueprints to architect properly. This might manifest in obvious ways or in subtle influences that ripple out through your daily lives. But make no mistake, your union is designed to be productively powerful in advancing light and love in this world. Your love story will break strongholds and generational curses not just in your own bloodlines but in the spiritual atmosphere around you. As you walk in divine love, you'll unconsciously give others permission to believe for and receive their own divine relationships. Your very presence as a couple will confront and dismantle cynicism, bitterness, and hopelessness about love wherever you go. You won't have to preach about it. Your love itself will be the sermon. The way you treat each other, honor each other, and grow together will provide a template for healthy relationship that many have never witnessed before. The spiritual authority you'll walk in as a united couple will be exponentially greater than what either of you carries alone. There's a principle in Scripture about how one can chase 1,000, but two can chase 10,000. This multiplication principle applies powerfully to divine unions. Together, you'll have authority to speak life into dead situations, to counsel other couples through crisis, and to war effectively in prayer for kingdom purposes. Your united front will frustrate the enemy's plans, not just in your own lives, but in your sphere of influence. This is covenant partnership as God intended, two becoming one flesh, but also becoming a unified spiritual force for righteousness. Recognizing your person when they arrive, when your divinely appointed person enters your life. The recognition might not be the dramatic, love at first sight moment Hollywood has conditioned you to expect. Instead, there will be a deep knowing, a spiritual recognition that transcends physical attraction or emotional excitement. You might feel strangely calm in their presence, as if your spirit recognizes a familiar frequency it's been tuned to receive. There will be an ease to your interaction that defies logical explanation. Conversations flow without effort. Silence feels comfortable rather than awkward, and time seems to operate differently when you're together. Pay attention to how your spirit responds in their presence, not just your emotions or physical attraction. Your spirit will leap with recognition, similar to how John the Baptist leaped in Elizabeth's womb when Mary, carrying Jesus, came near. You might feel an unusual peace, a settling in your soul that whispers finally, even if your mind is still processing what's happening. Your spiritual gifts might suddenly activate or intensify around them. Perhaps you'll have prophetic dreams about them, sense their emotions from a distance, or find your prayer life deepening without conscious effort. These are signs that your spirits are already communicating on frequencies your conscious minds are just beginning to tune into. There will be divine confirmations that go beyond coincidence, providing evidence that this meeting was orchestrated by heaven. You might discover uncanny parallels in your life journeys, shared dreams or visions you've both had, or find that you've been unknowingly preparing for each other in specific ways. Perhaps you'll realize you were in the same places at significant moments in your past, or that you've been praying oddly specific prayers that describe each other perfectly. These synchronicities aren't random, they're God's way of confirming that this connection is divinely ordained and protected. The fruit of their presence in your life will confirm their identity as your divine partner. Instead of bringing chaos, drama, or confusion, they'll bring peace, clarity, and growth. You'll find yourself naturally becoming a better version of yourself around them, not through pressure or criticism, but through inspiration and support. Your spiritual life will flourish, your purpose will become clearer, and your capacity for love will expand rather than contract. Even challenges that arise will produce growth rather than destruction. This is how you'll know: by the fruit. Divine love always produces divine fruit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Protecting your divine connection. Once you recognize your divine connection, protecting it becomes paramount, especially in its early stages when it's most vulnerable to spiritual attack and human interference. The enemy will attempt to sabotage what God has joined together through confusion, fear, miscommunication, and external pressures. You must be vigilant in prayer, covering your relationship daily with the blood of Jesus and inviting the Holy Spirit to guide every interaction. This isn't paranoia, it's wisdom. Something this precious requires intentional spiritual protection until it's fully established and fortified by time and tested commitment. God, your relationship from premature exposure to people who might not understand or support what God is doing. Not everyone will celebrate your blessing, and some might even try to plant seeds of doubt or jealousy that could poison your beautiful beginning. Be selective about whom you share details with, especially in the early stages when your connection is still developing its strength. This doesn't mean keeping secrets, but rather protecting your seed until it has strong enough roots to withstand external storms. Some people's opinions, even well-meaning ones, can introduce confusion where God has given clarity. Maintain individual spiritual disciplines while building together, ensuring that your connection enhances rather than replaces your personal relationship with God. It's tempting to make your partner your everything, but this creates an unhealthy dynamic that will eventually strain the relationship. Continue your personal prayer time, maintain your individual purposes and friendships, and resist the urge to lose yourself in the relationship. Paradoxically, maintaining healthy independence strengthens your interdependence. Your relationship should be a powerful addition to your spiritual life, not a substitute for it. Create boundaries that honor both the sacred nature of your connection and the practical realities of building something lasting. This might mean taking things slower than the world says is normal, or faster than religious tradition dictates. Let the Holy Spirit guide your pace rather than external pressures. Establish communication patterns that promote understanding rather than assumption, healing rather than wounding. Protect your intimate moments from the intrusion of technology and distraction. Build private rituals and traditions that belong only to you two. creating a secret garden where your love can flourish away from the world's gaze. Remember, what you protect in the beginning becomes the foundation for everything you build together. Living in the overflow of divine love, as your divine love story unfolds, you'll discover that it produces an overflow that blesses every area of your life in unexpected ways. Your creativity will flourish as love unlocks chambers of your heart that were previously sealed. You might find yourself writing poetry, singing songs, or expressing yourself in ways you never have before. Your physical health might improve as the stress and cortisol of loneliness are replaced with the healing hormones of genuine connection. Your spiritual gifts will amplify, your purpose will clarify, and your impact in the world will multiply, all because you're operating from a foundation of divine love. The abundance that flows from divine union extends far beyond emotional fulfillment into practical provision and increase. Many chosen ones report experiencing financial breakthroughs, career advancement, and unexpected opportunities once their divine partner arrives. This isn't magic. It's the principle of agreement and the multiplication that occurs when two people aligned with God's purpose unite their faith and efforts. Resources you couldn't access alone become available, doors that were closed suddenly open, and dreams that seemed impossible become achievable because you're no longer carrying them alone. Your capacity to love others will expand exponentially as you learn to give and receive divine love in your partnership. The love between you becomes a wellspring that never runs dry, continually refreshing not just you two, but everyone in your sphere of influence. You'll find yourself more patient with difficult people, more compassionate toward the broken, more generous with your resources, and more courageous in your faith. This isn't because you're trying harder to be good. It's the natural overflow of being filled with genuine love. You become a conduit of divine love, channeling heaven's heart to earth through your union. The legacy of your divine love will ripple through generations, affecting people you'll never meet, and touching lives in ways you'll never fully know this side of eternity. Your children, whether natural or spiritual, will grow up with a template for healthy love that breaks cycles of dysfunction. Your example will inspire other couples to fight for their relationships rather than giving up when things get difficult. The businesses, ministries, or creative works you birth together will carry the frequency of divine love, bringing healing and transformation wherever they reach. This is the true wealth of divine love, not just what it gives you, but what it enables you to give the world. Conclusion: your love story begins now. Chosen one, as we reach the culmination of this divine message, understand that your love story has already begun in the spiritual realm. The words you've received today aren't just encouragement or wishful thinking. They're prophetic declarations over your life that are already manifesting in the unseen realm. Your true love is not just coming. They're already on their way, guided by the same divine hand that brought you to this message today. Every word you've read has been preparing your heart, aligning your spirit, and accelerating the manifestation of what God has already approved and ordained for your life. The transformation happening within you right now is the final preparation for the greatest love story of your life. You can feel the shift in your spirit, the anticipation building in your heart, and the peace settling over your soul. This isn't just another relationship coming your way. This is the divine partnership you were created for, the love that will redefine everything you thought you knew about connection and commitment. Your waiting has not been in vain. It's been a sacred preparation for a love that will exceed your wildest dreams and fulfill your deepest longings. Take a moment right now to thank God for what He's already done and what He's about to do in your love life. Speak out loud your gratitude for your divine partner, even though you may not know their name yet. Declare your readiness to receive this blessing with open arms and an open heart. Release any remaining fear, doubt, or unworthiness to God and ask Him to complete the work He's begun in preparing you for this divine union. Your faith in this moment is accelerating the manifestation, drawing your true love closer with each breath of belief you take. Remember, chosen one, you were selected for this extraordinary love because God saw something special in you, a capacity for deep love, a faithfulness that wouldn't quit, and a purpose that required a divine partnership to fully manifest. Your love story will be a testament to God's faithfulness, a beacon of hope for the hopeless, and a demonstration of heaven's love on earth. Stay ready, stay open, and stay faithful. Your true love is coming. God has approved it, and nothing in heaven or earth can stop what He has ordained for your life. This is your time, your season, and your divine love story begins now.